What up? What up? How's everybody doing? We're back. Gonna be on here for a little bit just to do a rundown, a little bit of work on the 62 Bel Air Custom, see what we get into. Let me go ahead and bring that out right now. Let me get this out of the way. All right, from the last time that we were working on this, we were sanding the hood, and under inspection outside under the light, I started to notice some areas that still needed work. So I still need to take care of that. Let me see how close I can get if you guys can kind of see that. All right, let me take off the, or maybe, let me see here. Yeah, there's like an area right here that needs to be cleaned up. Um, Let me see, and just a little bit over here. So those are areas that need to be cleaned up, and also over here on this side, added glue, but I never went ahead and started to work on it. I just kind of added it there and left it there from the last time that we went live on this build. And when I put it away, I just kind of tossed in this interior here. It's not originally from this kit. It originally goes with the with this bottom chassis that I'm using right here. That's the original one for this. So I'm thinking about adopting this and using it for the inside of this car right here. I even like the way the back of the package tray looks right there. Definitely gives it some type of character. It's not just flat. And then even for the front, I feel like the front dash matches up somewhat pretty well with this car. The only thing that's gonna be a bit tricky, but we'll see if I could pull it off, is recreating the glass for this here, and also for the rear. I know I mentioned it before. I have like a clear plastic that's thin that I can possibly use for this build right here. Me so let's see here. So we won't need this for now. Set that aside and let's take a look. I'm gonna try to see how we can possibly mark this area. Probably gonna use a marker just so we could see the area that's somewhat jacked up or that I need to touch up. And then right here, I also need to add some styrene over on this side right here. So what's up, John? How you doing, man? Thank you for tuning in. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my tools in a bit and see all the different things that I'm gonna be needing for this. See, so we got the marker, this, that, all the sanding goodies. All right, let's see what else. This is the. All right, cool. Let's put this over here on this side, right here. Then I got my marker. Yeah, I've been making some adjustments little by little on the setup. Also, just kind of getting in here and looking up how to make the picture look better, better quality and all that. That's kind of been taking up a lot of my time. That's why I haven't gone live all the nights. I've just been kind of working on this setup, and it's almost like it feels like a build, setting up your cameras and everything. But all right, so let's see here. This is the 62. And I'm going to mark it in areas where visually I could see that needs to be sanded down smooth still. That needs to be touched up because there's some high areas right here. All right there in black. Let me see. What else? Yeah, a little bit right here, not too much. Right. Yeah, the rest looks pretty clean. See how let me see how it feels to the touch. Side to side. And then back and forth. The thing about this, it may look clean and crisp on camera, but a lot of the times when you put it, if you don't put in too much work into this, what ends up happening later is once you start adding your paints, especially I'm thinking of going pearls, all that stuff's gonna show up, all the flaws. And this is like, you want this to be very smooth and clean, you know, because it will definitely show up on there. Because if not, oh man, it's gonna be like, oh dude, what the heck? Like it looks all crazy right there. So now that we marked those areas, we're gonna just focus on that, on those little areas to isolate and knock off the black there of the marker. And we just gotta be careful when we get to the edge right here. See, we're starting to start to knock that off. Normally, if when you're knocking off the color and you notice that there's an area that isn't going away, like that marker ink is still there, that just shows that you need to keep going because it hasn't even reached it yet. So all these other areas, how you see it disappear, it's already going away. But then there's some other areas where it has not gone away yet. So you just have to be careful, don't go too hard. And there you see the cleanup. I'll turn it around just a little more. But right there on the that edge right there, it's still showing it right there. So we need to be careful on that part. What's up, Brian? What up, man? Yeah, you know, I got a little bit of time right now to just kind of go live and work on this before I actually go to the post office and drop off some of my orders that I have. I have your order, bro. I'm gonna be dropping that off in a bit. Thank you. And then from there I go pick up my daughter. So it's somewhat of a routine, you know, that I have to do right there. Just doing the rounds, you know, getting everything done up before all that. And yeah, I'm gonna try my best to try to do more like midday stuff as well. I know for the most part I go kind of late at night, but I do want to do some of the day stuff. All right, so now this part right here that you see in black, that right there is an area that we need to get rid of. So it's not smooth. That should disappear like as soon as I'm sanding it, but it's not, you know. Let's see right here. Yo, what's up, Jason? KRD12K, Mars Garage, what's up? What up, guys? So yeah, so I'm gonna be on here just working for a little bit before I head out. Let me see. I hope you guys had a good weekend. All right, so here we go. We're knocking this out right here. Trying to. Let's see. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab more of a solid piece and just kind of going in a direction because we're getting close to the edge and we don't want to round this edge. We want to keep it sharp still. Let me see. So have to kind of visually see what's kind of going down right here. Yeah, I'm going to be busy tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to jump online yet, like tomorrow. So I was like, man, I've been wanting to work on this car. I've been staring at it. And I'm like, man, I better get started on it now because time's passing by, you know, these holidays are creeping up. And then next thing you know, we're like busy and stuff. All right, here we go. We're knocking it out. We got in there. It's just a little piece left, not much. There we go. it's gone. Yeah, I really like these blocks right here. All right, let's go a little more right here. It's sunny right now. The weather's good right now. It's kind of warm. So as soon as I'm wrap up with the live, I'll go out there and like hit it up real quick and hit this thing. All right, cool. So let's go to the other side now. Right there. This one's a little bit more. So let's see. Let's do it like this. What's up, Armando? All right, we're gonna go back and forth. Let's get rid of this markings here. All right, there you can see the low areas. It's almost like a little pencil line right there that you see. Let me see. So let's knock this out for a little bit. We're almost there. It's very tiny. It's crazy. It's like so tiny, but it's something that will show up. Let me see. There it is. The focus. It's like a little line. It almost looks like a little pencil line. What I'm sanding. And that's the little sink mark. All right, so we got that part in the back. Let me just move it a little forward. There we go. Let me. Yeah, from the last time we went live, I put a good amount of glue on here, and it's just a trip how with this glue how it shapes up. It does a lot of wonders to the bodies. Let's see here. I'm just blowing it out to the side. Right there. Oh, okay. Now I need to use this one here to get rid of an area. There we go. All right, cool. I'm digging this. All right, cool. Let's see here. All right, cool. Getting this little area done. Getting this nice and uniform, guys. Now let's bring it up to 400. Yeah, this feels nice and sharp. All right, cool. Let's see. The other area was this little area on the side. Here, let me hit it right here. Let's try to clean it up. Clean this up a little. Bam. Yeah, I got a flyer in the mail today for an upcoming show that's going to be happening in February out in Ventura, the Model Fest. That's a show I usually vend at there. So I'll be in February. I'll show you guys the flyer in a bit. I'll bust it out so you guys can see that. And I'll definitely be coming out there to that. I just I need to figure it out regarding like that whole vending thing and all that. All right. You guys let me know what do you guys think about the new camera angles that I'm rocking right now? There's like a little area I need a bridge right here. Like a tiny little. And you put some styrene. Like just a small little amount to bridge the roof right there. Let me say what's up real quick to you guys on the chat. So we got Matthew. What's up, man? Model car 1589. We got, let me scroll up. Mondo, Ryan, Pink Maverick. What's up? What's up? Jason, Mars Garage, John. What's up, fellas? And I need to clean this up, but I think I'm going to use my hobby knife later for this part. Once I start focusing on this interior section here. There's another little area I need to correct on this body. That's like right in here. Let's see right there. Okay. And then, yeah, I know right here I need to fix this because it sinks. Right here it kind of sinks in. And I might need to put a little bit of probably glue, most likely. Some glue right here. And then sand that down. I mean, I could add styrene too as well. Like a thin little strip and then just sand it down right there in that little area. Watch, I'm going to show you guys something. Right as I'm sanding. Okay. Like right here, this should all be gone. Right? But you see how it's like you see the styrene, then it's gray from the primer, and then there's more styrene, and then it's gray again. Here, let me see, why isn't it getting it? Let me see right there. Right there. Yeah, this part I need to it's too low. I need to put a bit more of styrene. Let me see what I have. I'll grab a little piece on there. Bust out the wave. All right, cool. All right, let me clean the table real quick because I know I put some of that dust on there. All right, cool. We're good. Looks like an egg. All right. So this is a product from Japan. The brand is called Wave. Wave Corporation. It's 0.3. It's styrene, but it's just gray color. Really thin stuff. I like it. Let me see. I'm probably gonna use this part right here. Let me take off this tape. Right there. So here, let's just do this. Let's cut this little snippet, this little piece, because we don't need a lot. I'm not pulling out the whole thing. We just need a tiny little piece like that. My hands are dirty. All right, let's put that over there. I might need to double up. For now, wait, let me see. This fits good right here. Let's see the other side. How's the other side? Oh, the other side's good. It lines up good right there. This side, though, doesn't line up that well. It kind of sinks, like it drops, like right here it's even and then it drops down. That's how much low it is right there. Oh, but we have a solution. Like, I don't know if it shows that much of a gap right there. Look at that right there. That's how much I need to raise it up to right there. So the only way I'm thinking about doing is, here, let me do this. Just so we can get close to the edge. Right there. We'll save that little piece. Might need it. Okay. So now we got it as closest to the edge. Right there. We don't need the whole piece. It's just like right here. This is a big chunk. Here, let me drop it down. I probably need like just the tip of it, like right there, because I might need a double up. Maybe like right there, because it's dropped too much. Gotta pick it up. Maybe like right there, and then cut that. Cause I know with glue I could fix it. I think I'm gonna do it like right here. Yeah, I really don't need much. Even that's a lot. Here, let me set it up. Then I'm gonna have to get my other glue. Back it up just a little. I think that should be fine. It's just to temporarily hold it. Let me get my other glue. All right. Let's see. All right, so now I'm gonna use this glue right here. All right, cool. So let's see here. I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue in here, just a little bit. Let me I'll put it right here because we're gonna end up blocking this. Oh, hold on, wrong glue. I need the purple one, not the pink one. It's too thick. Purple one. There. There we go. I was getting too excited there. All right, cool. Let's get a little bit of glue. Hopefully it doesn't fall. Let me put my finger. Sorry, I moved it away. Okay. So I put a little bit of glue in there and I'm kind of giving it a little gap. You probably can't see it right now, but I could see it. I'm just trying to raise it up a little. And then more on this side. I'm just putting small little amounts of glue. I don't want to overdo it with the glue, because then it's going to be more work having to sand all that stuff down. All right, cool. Then here's a trick, guys, because I know you guys are like, what the hell is he doing? So like right here, you see the piece. I'm obviously going to cut that piece off, right? Just think of it if it was like a piece of scrap metal or whatever. And then this is like welding it or whatever. I'm putting glue between that little piece of styrene and the actual body of the car to make contact right here. See how it's wet right there? And I'm going to keep adding more and more glue. So it starts to build up. And then, you know, obviously we'll let that dry. And I don't want to put too much glue where it goes up here, because then we're going to lose the detail of the trim there of the line. There. I'll just let that chill for now. Let's look at the inside. All right, cool. But look at the inside. This looks all crazy in there, right? All this right here. If I really wanted to clean this up, I could fill in all these holes and spend time smoothing everything out. It's irrelevant. You won't even be able to see that and just smooth it all out. But it's kind of pointless because you're never gonna see any of that. That's never gonna get displayed. Um, all right, so you got to let this kind of dry out right there, and let's see here. I'm gonna put another little drop of glue right here. There we go. Now what we're doing is we're building it up. We're trying to build up that little area right here. The wall is not so thin, or it's not too like curved in. It's like gonna be straight now, right there. And this little corner piece is gonna be part of it. We're basically gonna cut off from right here out. We're gonna cut that off. But we need to do that when this is dry. But we'll do it real quick. I got the accelerator. We could speed the process up. Accelerator, got it. My paper towels. Cool. So I have the accelerator right here. You get a new shop towel. It's over here. Because this stuff's gonna fall. And I kind of just clean it up real quick. We're gonna here. Let me change the angle. We're gonna put some of this stuff right here. There, 2 drops. That's gonna basically speed up and make it dry instantly. So you could either cut it with the hobby knife or just use your the nipper. Let me see. I'm gonna cut little bits from it. I don't want to attack it right away, and then have it break off. There we go. All right, now we gotta sand that area. Still feel like, watch here. We're gonna do another example. We're gonna get the marker again. This is how you know when something's not as flat. A good indicator. Marker is always gonna come in handy when you work on stuff. So now that that's like that, here's what we're gonna do. We want to flatten this part. So it blends in, right? Just be careful not to go too high, because then you're gonna hit the other areas. So check it out. See how earlier was all black, now we're knocking down, so it's still not completely smooth. If it was completely smooth, then all that black from the marker that we marked would be gone, but it's not. So we have to continue sanding this until it's completely all gone. That's when you know it's going to be flat. And then also by feeling it. So a lot of these are just things that go along with bodywork, especially when doing a lot of custom bodywork. You want things to blend in, modifications, all this stuff. A lot of gluing. Now that I've used the Mr. Hobby epoxy putty, that's a new tool to the toolbox right there of putties that I need for modifications. And also the other one, the super putty, that's another product. That's like another piece for the toolbox right there when it comes down to working on customs or any kind of modification. Okay. I do like how this is now a lot higher. This is lower. That's why we still see the black part right there. But we're putting in that work right now. So we'll knock it out. And then we'll have to probably put more glue to get it more uniformed. But yeah, you could definitely see it, the difference right there. I don't know if you guys ever use markers as an indicator. Okay, so now this black part is already gone. All we have is just this. That's the lowest point right there where it's black. That means, like, if my hands are the panels, that means it's kind of like this, like that, like a V. It should be flat, but it's dipping down. So the black is in between when I marked it. So what we're trying to do is like we could either flatten out these ends so it goes down. So instead of being like that, it starts to flatten it like that. Or we could just add a little bit more glue right there and then do this. The only thing that's going to happen is that black mark is going to stay there. So it might throw you off. You might be like, oh, dang, I can't get to it. But it's because you already put glue over it. So we're gonna see right now how much we can get to it. And if it's really too much, then we could add glue. We'll do that process. And we could always reprimer, because we got to reprimer it anyway. All right, let's see. So it's not much, just these little areas right here. Yeah, with a lot of the models that I've customized, I've spent hours sanding and applying this and applying that, but learning it though, as I would go, because I had no idea I had to do all that or what. Okay, look how it is now. That's cool right there. Really digging that. I'm gonna add a little bit more glue um, in that area now, and then we're going to uh, accelerator one last time, and then we'll sand it. 'Cause I'm gonna be leaving in a bit. Right now it's damn, it's already 3. So I got a little bit more time. Then I gotta take off. So let's get this in there before I take off. Cover up that little dot right there. Do a little blend. Hopefully you guys see this car in the future, maybe at a show or something, and you guys could remember a lot of this work that went into it. So I'm applying the glue and just kind of spreading it out different throughout the different areas right there. All right, cool. Let's hit it with more accelerator and then dry that out. And then we're gonna try to sand as much as we can, and we gotta take off. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to primer it right now. Maybe when I get back from my errands, but man, I'm like thinking it's gonna probably already be dark by that time. All right, so this is dry now. Okay, cool. So let's go back and let's sand this. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna once we primer, I'll be able to know how my skills are with blending. If it don't work, I have to go back to the drawing board and apply more styrene and glue and repeat the process until we get it done. So far, so good. I think. No. Yeah. Sounds crazy, huh? You're going one direction. All right. Need to flatten this little hair. I saw an angle like this where kind of high. Okay. There. So right there where you guys saw that piece of bodywork, that was right there what we needed to add. It picked it back up. The wall there is a lot thicker than what it was before because it was not like that. It was a lot thinner. I'm really happy with that. Right, cool. Yeah, I'm always feeling the body. I always want to like know if everything really is smooth, you know? Because the one thing you don't want to do is not feel it, and then you're like, why is all this stuff showing up? Like, dang, dude, I thought I had it, bro. But yeah, every time we're working on this, you know, it's more and more progress. See, like right here, I'm running the side, and I feel a raised area right here. But that was from when I added the styrene. So I need like this, like a straight hard surface. Uniform it. Blend it in. Can't even, that way you can't even tell. Here. The illusion. There it is. Right here too. Whenever I look at custom cars and I see like the modification, I could kind of tell now like how much work they put into it, and like what they did. And sometimes you get, that's how you get ideas. So you go, oh damn, I never thought of that. Like, dang, next time start taking notes. Yeah, I think next time what I need to do is I need to put a new piece of sandpaper on there, re-up it with the new sheet, and just fix all this. So I'm excited though. Right now, I'm really digging this. So look, how about we do this? I'm gonna take off right now, and I'll most likely be back. I think I should come on later tonight just to continue this. I don't want to primer it right now. I just want to because then I'll just be wasting primer. I need to update this. Look at the final details of the bodywork that needs to be done. So might as well address them and get them done, and kind of go from there. I've been thinking about a lot of different stylings, things that I want to do for the front. Um, obviously this is from the Corvair. It's small, but I'm not thinking, oh, I'm gonna use this. This is too big. But this is just like ideas, right? Ideas of like this could get cut off, it could get extended, but just to use like that bottom profile part in there, is something like let's say like right there, perhaps. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm just kind of I grabbed this and I was like, huh, let me see how would this look, right? Maybe not the rear. I don't want the rear to look like that. But yeah, there's a lot of different possibilities of things that can be done with these cars, especially when you're doing like a custom build. But yeah, even the back. I've been thinking about extending the back a little, making it slant back down or whatever. See that it looks weird right there, but I don't know. I just been getting like various curiosity like ideas like for the face of it. Um, but yeah, I'm still digging through parts on there through my stuff to see what's up. But I really want to have everything looking good and uniformed. This way, when I present this, it's looking sharp, it's on point, and it's not like, oh dang, like cut corners right here. I want it to look a certain way, the car. And this is what brings me excitement right now, like just trying out something different. And then once I'm like, all right, cool, I'm satisfied. I kind of want to go back to doing another like box stock build, and also just wrap up stalled kits, like models that I started and I never finished. I need to jump back on those as well. But all right, guys, I'm gonna take off. I'm gonna jam, and this is where we're at with the Corvair right now. If you just jumped in or anything, hopefully you guys could watch from the beginning and learn something from it. Hopefully I taught you something there with the body shaping of this. But we're gonna keep moving, working on this later, most likely later tonight. All right, but I gotta head out. I gotta get my daughter from school, drop off the package orders, from everybody that ordered online through the website. So thank you. I appreciate you guys supporting, ordering stuff, tools, kits, paint, a little bit of everything, some detail parts. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Let me sign out. Thank you guys for watching though. But later on, Armando. Peace.